attention. Coach?
Yeah, thanks everybody for being here and getting down so quick. I appreciate that, to say the least. A lot of great seniors, in equipment, Joe and Victor, video, Andrew and Izzy, AT, Taylor, Lillian, Kathleen, Logan, Sarah, Jaron, Jordan, nutrition, Courtney, Sarah, Brad, and Emma. And then we also are honoring our mentors today that are here. We've got a great mentor program, and they'll be with our seniors here tonight at our senior reception. Akeem Hunter, Ben Burkett, Brendan Bentley, Brian Arnfelt, Bryce McNall, Chazza Martin, Chris Rooney, Corbin Bryant, Dwayne Bates, Damian Proby, Derek Thompson, Eldashawn Nix, Jack Harnedy, Joel Williams, Jeff Budsey, Kevin Krebs, Kevin Watt, Mark Hugic, Martin Zostik, Matt Anderson, Mike Bolden, Pat Geegan, Rashid Ward, Rob Johnson, Ron Coleman, Steve Pels, Todd Basek, and TJ Jones. Those guys mentored our seniors, and appreciate them being here with them on senior day. I mean, I think it speaks volumes of our football family, and that obviously goes along with our senior class. Those guys are champions in the classroom. You get the number one APR in the country. They're national chaps academically. They've won a Big Ten West championship in their time for most of those guys. So they've been champions on the field, and they're prepared for life and going to be champions no matter where things go in their future. So really proud of the group. I know it's not the season any of us wanted, but those guys kept us together, and just really, really proud of them. So with that, I'll answer any of your questions.
Coach, what was your message to the group after that game?
Yeah, kind of what I just said. They're really focused on our seniors. That's kind of what these games are like at the end of the year. You put your thought into those guys. They've been through a lot of highs, a lot of challenges. But their brotherhood and their ability to stay connected has been something that I'll remember with this group, and really thankful for them for that, and for their families. We've had some guys join us late in their careers through the portal, and then some guys that have been with us from day one, and they meshed so well, and they've been great. So I know the outcome again on the field isn't what we want, but as people, as Wildcats, as men, just really proud of them.
Being on the sidelines and in that locker room, what's the emotion like with those guys?
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of guys crying. Some guys, this might be the last time that they play football. Some guys will obviously go on and play on Sunday, and other guys, just the finality of a chapter, a chapter of your life. So it makes it challenging, to say the least.
Luke? Hey, Fitz, looking ahead now to next season, what's like the process, and what's the timetable as you evaluate this season and look toward next season and make changes?
Yeah, I think it's a fair question. Again, I told you after the season I'll start to do that. So that'll start, next week. I'll start looking at things big picture, macro level, and where things went wrong, where things were good that we can build upon. And then, just start to look at those things. But again, tonight my focus is on our seniors, and just really appreciative of those guys. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be short, but if you're going to ask, let's go. I want to get to a game. I'm not going to lie. I want to get the champagne. So, sorry. I don't mean to be
Coach,
rude.
4 straight games where the offense hasn't hit the double-digit point total. Yeah. What are you looking to do to improve that? I know there have been injuries, but what kind of gets that going?
Yeah, no. I mean, I think collectively as a team, we've got to obviously be where we've been in the past, and that's win the turnover battle. That's a team stat. That's all 3 phases. And we've got to get back to where we've been. Where we're at right now, leaving the season, is a recipe for why the season is the way it is. And that's the first thing. That's not hard. That won't take me long, Lou, to answer your question, to figure that out. But that's an area big time that needs to get fixed in a hurry.
And today, having so many guys who their futures are with the younger guys, how did you see them and their approach and their execution out there? How do you think they did?
Well, we lost. So, I mean, collectively as a team, it's got to be better. So that would be my focus as we go into the spring. First of all, in the winter, continue to get stronger and build a roster, and then into the spring to get things cleaned up, execution-wise, number one. And, again, you look at a team that probably came out of the opener with a lot of confidence, and then we just kind of, I think, lost that at a certain point, and I just couldn't get that thing back flipped over. And, it's frustrating to say the least, but, we'll work our tails off to get it fixed.
John mentioned it a little bit there. You had the opportunity to give some younger players an opportunity tonight. Was there anyone that stood out to you, especially, Jack had the chance to play quarterback there?
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great to see all those guys. Unfortunately, you wish it was because of a big win, right? You wish it was in reverse. So, You know, at a certain point, you know, everybody basically on the roster became eligible, and we tried to get as many guys out there as we could. I know we didn't get everybody, and that wasn't by any way, shape, or form. I mean, it just sometimes happens. But, you know, it's good to see a lot of guys get a lot of reps that'll help them for the future.
Ben, one last one for you, Coach. You talked about wanting to kind of flip that switch mid-season to get your guys going. Now entering the offseason, what goes into flipping a culture?
Well, I don't think we need to flip a culture. I think the culture's strong. I think we need to flip winning, right? What winners do, right? I mean, again, I haven't had a chance to sit back and exhale and look at, but, you know, going into the end of the last month of the season, turnover ratio for us to win games is going to be important. Making explosive plays and eliminating explosive plays, breaking tackles, making tackles, you know, fundamental football. You know, that's what that jumps out to me. We make, you know, even like today, we've got guys in the backfield and we don't finish tackles and things of that nature. So, and then obviously targeting and finishing blocks. So, you know, a lot to work on, to say the least. Yeah, you bet.
Anything else for Coach?
I don't want to be brief, so far away if you got anything.
Okay.
All right, great. Thanks a lot. Go. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. Go Cats. Go Ramblers. Yeah.
you have a question, you can go ahead and just get my attention. Hey, John.
Hey, Evan. Thanks for chatting with us today. First off, what are kind of the emotions that you're feeling right now, coming off not only today's game, but the whole season?
It's tough to say right now. You know, you give everything you have, especially towards the end, especially, it being your last year. And so even though, the results weren't what we wanted it to be, there's a bit of satisfaction in knowing that I gave everything I had. You know what I mean? And nobody can really take that away from you. So obviously, it's not the way we wanted it to go by any means. And there's a bit of disappointment in that. But the one bright spot is that the effort was always there. The attitude was always there. And this is throughout the whole team. And so I can look back and still be proud of the team we had.
And Coach was saying that even when you guys were going through the skid, that the culture was still strong, the culture was intact. Is that how you felt as a player?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The attitude didn't go down. The effort didn't go down. We honestly came together more with the adversity. And I think that's a testament just to the type of men we have and the type of team we have. Our fellowship, our brotherhood was more important than wins and losses at the end of the day. And we allowed that adversity to make us stronger. So I'm excited just to see what everybody does down the road, because I think that's a huge testament to their character, and that's going to take everybody a long way.
Is this your last game? Or is this your last year?
Yes.
Okay. Are you retiring? Is that it for your career? Or?
No. I'm going to the next level.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So, okay. But not like a transfer or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
And going off that, knowing it's your last game, like wearing the purple, what has that felt like, your approach to this week, and then the moment when you walked off the field knowing that was your last ever game?
Well, you want to take every opportunity to just soak it in, for sure, and just be present in the moment. That was really my biggest focus throughout the whole weekend for this game, was to just be where my feet are and not focus on anything else, but being present for my teammates and just focusing on, one day at a time, one play at a time. And yeah, so that was the biggest thing, just being present.
You said headed to the next level, obviously want to rest up and finish up after the season, but what are you going to focus on personally to help prepare you for those next steps?
Well, the first thing would be to just look at the film and see what I can improve on. I'll probably get with my coach to really discuss that and dive deeper into it, because I know there are so many different things I can improve on. From start to finish, there's something I can improve on. And so we'll just get down to the nitty-gritty details. I haven't really thought about it a whole lot because, like I said, I'm just trying to be present in the moment. But yeah, we'll get to that.
I know you just talked about being in the moment, but if I could ask you to step back and look at the whole thing, is there any particular moment or game from your time at Northwestern that sticks out as your favorite, or is just the one you cherish the most?
I'd have to say beat Nebraska for the first game. Just the environment, just the energy in that stadium, what we were able to do as a team to really put it together. It was just so much fun, and then you could see everybody was just playing with a level of joy and a level of confidence that we need more of, for sure. Yeah, I would say that.
What are you going to take away most from your time playing at Northwestern?
It's a great question. It's important to pour into the people around you more than anything. Wherever you are and whatever stage of life you're in, the relationships is what you keep out of everything. And so don't be so individualistic. Don't be so internal that you miss out on that, because that'll last you forever. Everything else eventually comes to an end, but the relationships that you build, the brotherhood, just the friendships, the day-to-day conversations, those are the things that last with you through everything. And so despite the wins and losses, despite anything accolade-wise, that's kind of the most important thing. And that's what I've kind of realized through this journey. So I'm proud to say that I've got a lot of people that I'm going to stick with for the long haul.
All right. Thanks, Evan.
Thanks, Evan.
Thanks, Evan.
Questions for Adetomoa Adebare? If you have a question, just raise your hand. John?
Yeah, Tom, what was the emotion in that locker room after that game? Was it relief? Was it a little bit of frustration because of the result? How are you guys feeling?
I mean, obviously, no one likes to lose, so, that kind of part, is kind of, frustrating. But I think, a lot of guys are just happy, that we had this group of guys, to fight all year to try to, do something special. And I think that's just one thing a lot of guys are just proud of, to have that brotherhood. So, obviously took it in, hugged it out, loved on each other. So, yeah.
Yeah, and celebrating your senior day, and you obviously have a very bright future on the football field. What were the emotions coming into knowing it's going to be your last game wearing the Northwestern jersey?
Yeah, I mean, just give it everything I have. Just do it, just do what I do every week. Come in prepared, ready to go, trying to play, my, type of football, and just go out and do what I can to win.
And what do you mean to have that sack in that first half in your final game with Northwestern?
Yeah, I mean, it felt good. It's always, fun to make plays. So, yeah, it was definitely a good moment.
Louis?
As you look back on your career, what's your highlight? What's the thing your favorite memory?
Ooh, my highlight, I mean, probably winning the bowl game in 2020 against Auburn, Citrus Bowl. We had our coach in his last year, Coach Hank, win his last game. And then obviously it was a senior's last game. And, that was a stressful year with COVID and everything like that. The team had to, find ways to not test negative or test positive for COVID so we can all play. And I think just that win after that season, that hard year in general, was just felt really good.
Gavin and John?
What do you think you take away from this season as a team and as an individual?
I'll just say the people, my teammates. Like each week, I mean, obviously it was, this not the result we wanted, but each week we came in, with the mindset to get better and try to improve, and that's what we did. Guys just kept fighting throughout the year. So that's just one thing I'll take away from this year. Like, even through all the struggles, guys kept coming to work, kept trying to get better.
Speaking, I guess, both as yourself and as a captain for the whole team, do you feel like you guys left it all on the table this season?
Man, I would say so, man. These guys, we worked hard each and every week to, try to have a great year. Like I said, obviously not the year we wanted, but I mean, these guys came to work. Like there's no question in the work ethic, the attitude in the locker room each and every day. So that's one thing I'm just happy to be a part of, in terms of guys that, even when we're struggling, guys are continuing to try to get better and work. So.
What advice would you give to the younger guys as they develop in their careers at Northwestern?
Man, keep working. Don't stop. Keep working. Find ways to keep getting better every single day. So, and have fun while you're doing it.
Obviously, faced a lot of adversity this season. Is there anything that you learned maybe about yourself through it?
I mean, no matter what, I'm going to keep trying. So, like I said, obviously tough year, but, I try to keep going each and every day to work hard, to find ways to try to win a game. So, I'll just say, I guess, just kind of mental toughness, because, it's tough when you're not having, the results you're wanting, but just to keep working no matter what. So.
Yeah. You accepted the invite to the Senior Bowl. What's your off season look like after that?
Well, I'm not sure. Like you said, I just accepted a Senior Bowl, invite. But we'll see. We'll see.
How excited are you for that Senior Bowl?
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. You're competing against, some of the best in the country. So it's really, I'm just excited for the opportunity. So that's the most exciting part for me.
I'm interested as well, how much have you heard from kind of previous Cats players and previous teams to kind of like uplift you guys knowing it's been such a tough season?
Yeah, you've had some former players kind of reach out. But yeah, I mean, obviously, to keep going, keep fighting, that support's been incredible. But yeah.
Anything else? Awesome.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you.
Thanks everyone.